Hello. This isn't going to be this isn't going to be a very long podcast today. You can probably hear fans going in the background, music, someone snoring. Yeah, not going to get into that. This is something that I've been thinking about for the past week or so since I did my previous live event. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm not making any more shipping videos. Been on the fence for probably close to a year or so now. I'm I'm not dragging my feet on it anymore. I'm just not making anymore. The closest I've done, or the closest I've, hell, it's probably been, what, an entire year or so since I last tried making a shipping corner thing. The last one I really cobbled together was Boxman, and that didn't really come to fruition. That didn't really go anywhere. I'm probably going to leave a link in the description below for that, since that can be considered the very last one. That's the last one. Just I'm not going to I'm not going to give some kind of I'm not going to give an excuse. I'm not going to fumble around or twiddle my fingers on this anymore. I'm just not interested in making this kind of video anymore. When I think about some of the videos I've made in the past, I feel like those are extreme reams of whatever bullshit I could piece together. The videos themselves, there's only so much speculation or piecing together you can do when saying, I think these two characters belong together because XYZ. There's so much speculation and just guesswork in it. I, I'm just not interested in sitting down and thinking, why would these two characters be an interesting romantic pair? The idea of doing that is just not very appealing. When I think about what kind of video I'd rather sink time into if I were going to come back to making videos, period, well, to be brutally honest, I'm a little bit more interested in figuring out the best approach to recording myself drawing or figuring out how to go a bit further with that. I have a degree in fine art. I eventually, someday, I want that to be my part time job. I've had a horrible time figuring out how to get some kind of art job in real life. I'm not going to give up at it. It's one of those things that takes a while to actually figure out how to do. And one of the most accessible things that I can think of trying is recording myself drawing and trying to build some kind of presence around that. I'm a bit more interested in trying that. Yeah, I don't think I want to tread water or drag this out too much. Okay, in regards to the shipping videos and stuff in general, it's not just the shipping videos that I lost interest in making. It's more making any kind of really analytical take on cartoons or cartoon reviewing or whatever. It's the entire thing. I'm best known for the shipping stuff, but when I think about making some kind of character analysis or whatever, I'm not really interested in doing that either, since I just reached a point where I look at some of the videos other people make, and not only I I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just not really all that appealing anymore. The idea of making some kind of analytical take on why character XYZ improved or what changed with them over the course of the series, it's not very appealing. That's really all it boils down to. Whatever spark or interest I had in it close to a year ago, it's just gone. It's gone. I don't really have any interest in coming back. Hell, I don't even watch many cartoon reviewers, analysts, whatever in general anymore. There's very few videos in that particular niche that I actually watch. And when I see, hell, recently seen a big spate of videos for, well, the past couple of months, this is why I hate the romance of Star Versus, or the most recent controversy with the Thundercats and that particular reboot and all that nonsense. When I used to do this stuff, I'd look at bigger trending topics or even watch through a cartoon and think, how can I compress this or turn this into some kind of analytical video? What particular character thing or focus do I want to look at? Or how can I turn this into a video? When I watch a show anymore, I'm thinking, I just want to sit here and watch this. And if I'm going to discuss it, I'd rather do so behind the scenes with one of my buddies or in a bigger group, like have somebody to bounce off of with ideas and stuff, have more organic conversation rather than spending days poring over a script and just. I'll say this much: I'm not done discussing cartoons entirely. Already have another Headcanon Hive podcast lined up for next week, so I do enjoy discussing cartoons as a hobby. I guess it just depends. I guess it's just changed from what my preferred method method of presentation is or something like that. I really honestly prefer a more rambly, organic. You probably hear snoring in the background. I'm sorry about that. Okay, this is just a rambly mess, but I've been wanting to just come right out and say it. I was going to have to I was going to have to say this at some point. Well, looking at some of the comments here, when it comes to making content, I think it's more along the lines of I'm interested in changing directions completely. Doing like making completely different content from what I'm known for or what's on this channel. I mentioned wanting to do art stuff a couple of times, and I'm going to be brutally honest about that. I would be starting from scratch on a completely different channel. Same username, but different channel since yeah, it doesn't make sense to completely do a 180 on this particular channel and say, "Hey, I'm an art channel now." No, no, I'm just going to make a completely different channel for that. Keep doing rambly cartoon discussions on the main channel here. I'm I'm not I'm not against discussing cartoons in general. I just prefer the idea of just doing so in a more open organic format instead of the scripted one that I was doing. And I I like being able to watch cartoons, or I prefer watching cartoons and not thinking, what does this contribute to this character's development? Or what particular. It just boils down to I'm not interested in making that kind of content anymore. Okay, then I'm doing the stream early since I want to get this out of the way. This is probably going to be one of the only times I can record this. Another factor that kind of plays into this is how okay, this is a bit of a shoddy excuse on my part, but it's gotten a little bit more difficult to pull out time and find a decent place to record. I live in a one bedroom apartment with my significant other. He's in the background right now, snoring. And I don't really like the idea of trying to record while he's in the same room. It's not. And then it's not just that. I live above. I live above a lawnmower shop. You're, at any time of day, or well, from during typical business hours, you could probably hear lawnmowers going off, some kind of some kind of lawn equipment, some kind of sound, or just a bunch of chaos over here, and wouldn't really have that much more guaranteed things being quiet if I went over to my parents' house either. Yeah, I could probably drag my recording equipment over there, get set up in the basement, and then oh, somebody's home, and just slightly unpredictable circumstances there. It it would take some. That's a pretty flimsy excuse though. I could probably set up something with my partner to where I could set up somewhere and record. Probably gonna need to do that at some point. Just not too excited about it. Okay, I'm just rambling. I've pretty much gotten out the major gist of what I wanted to say here. I don't want to keep beating around the bush. There you go. There's probably heard noise from downstairs. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to leave this where it's at. Going to end this just by saying I continue to do. I plan on continuing to do live events on this particular channel from time to time, like when Star Versus Season 4 comes out, or some cartoon premieres or whatever. May do a live event just to ramble about it and share thoughts and opinions and such. I definitely plan on continuing with Headcanon Hive, probably going to have more rambles and thoughts and ideas about cartoons shared there. I'm just done with making more edited and scripted content, such as shipping videos, character analyses, and such. I'm just not interested in making that kind of content anymore. I plan on shifting gears, and when I actually start said art channel, I'll put a brief thing about it up here. But other than that, that's going to be a completely different channel. All the videos I've uploaded here already, they're staying up. And if I find some of my other older videos, which I highly doubt because the hard drive for my laptop fried several months ago, so there's that. If there's any videos missing, that may be the reason why. They they're gone. But yeah, this is pretty much an archival channel anymore. Not going to be making any more content in the same vein as what I was. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. And in regards to what's in the comments section, inquiries of that nature, feel free to hit me up on DeviantArt. I prefer to discuss that through private messages or notes or whatever. All right, bye.